In this section, we will show the simple mindset changes you need to make to be in control of your money. Although everyone's financial situations are different, we all share common elements that make up the process. Money comes in, money goes out, and we have financial goals that we aspire to. With this in mind, our simple process works for everyone. We'll cut to the chase here. The mindset change you need to make is to commit time to regularly checking your current financial situation and updating the tracker. It really is as simple as that. We will cover all the detail later in this section, but we promised a no-nonsense approach, so this is it in a nutshell. This is achieved by following this simple process on a regular basis. Frequent checking of your bank account. Updating the tracker with your everyday finances. Evaluating your goals on a regular basis. Updating the tracker and factoring in your goals. The more detail and the more time you put into these simple stages, the more you will get from your money. Everyone's financial situation and goals are different, but ultimately, your mindset change is all about how much control you need to apply to your financial situation. A good measure of how much control and how much time you need to spend in your finances is how much spare money you have at the end of each month. The more spare money you have, the less control you may need, and you can probably get away with updating the tracker once a week. If you are finding that you have very little or no money left at the end of the month, the more control you need, so that you can understand where your money is going and make regular changes to bring your finances back on track. We know it is easy to talk about changing your mindset, and for some people, it will be an easy shift to make. But we also know that it will be challenging for a lot of people who have tried to gain control of their finances before and failed. With this in mind, we will cover the details of how your mindset works and ways to help you make the switch and succeed. So what do we mean when we use the term mindset? Mindset is how you choose to approach a given situation. It is unique to you and is made up by your past experiences and beliefs that you have gained throughout your life. This becomes your motivation in life to move forward, but it can stop you from achieving the things you want, because subconsciously, your mind will invoke negative thoughts and put barriers in the way. When you shift your mindset, you will move from one thought process to another. One that contains your new values, goals and aspirations, and one that looks to remove the negative thoughts that may be holding you back. An example of this is when you want to start saving. Your subconscious mind will start to put barriers in the way. This is normal behaviour, and to overcome this, you will need to focus on the positives. When it comes to finances, we know this is only half the solution you need, because you need visibility of your future finances and a system in place to help. Using the tracker to evaluate your spending will help by shutting down or reinforcing those barriers, helping you make the right decision based on your financial circumstances. Changing your mindset will give the control you need over your finances. How much control will be dependent on your situation, your goals, and aspirations. Here are a few typical real-life examples which shows how a change in mindset will help to improve your situation. Many people want to save but just cannot seem to get past the first hurdle. By switching your mindset and using the tracker, you will be able to control your outgoings and create a savings plan to suit your budget. Debt can cause huge stresses on everyday life. Accepting your debt situation and tackling it head on will have a huge impact in your ability to reduce your debts. Impulse buying can hit your everyday finances hard. By switching your mindset and gaining control of your purchases, you will reduce your consumption and save a surprising amount of money. When it comes to finances, this is a familiar situation where people do not want to face up to their financial circumstances. Sometimes it is easier to just try and forget it, but the problems will not go away. By switching your mindset and taking control, you will face up to your issues, deal with the problems, and in the long run, you will save money. You may just be curious about your money and want some visibility of what could happen in the future. Switching your mindset and spending only 10 minutes a week looking at your finances will have massive long-term benefits. You will save money, reduce stress levels, and you will be able to plan for the future. However big or small your changes are, by changing your mindset to ensure you have control, combined with the advantages from using the tracker, will bring so many benefits to your everyday life. In this section, we break down the 5 phases of change that will help you succeed in changing your mindset and achieving your financial goals. We keep talking about changing your mindset, but how do you go about it and how do you stop yourself from failing? Some of you may already be fully focused on changing your mindset and achieving the control you want, but others may need some additional help. This section will help you break down what you want from your finances and explain how to achieve it. The first step in changing your mindset is to accept that it needs to change. To achieve your goals, you may need to break habits or change circumstances that are holding you back. You will need to beat your subconscious mind by turning negative thoughts into positive, because it is the positive thoughts that will carry you forward and allow you to succeed. Accepting the need to change is such an important first step you must make to be successful in switching your mindset. We all have financial goals, even if we don't think of them as goals. It could be a small purchase or a larger plan to save for something bigger. In this stage, it is important to identify what you want from your financial goals and think about the things that are stopping you from achieving this. What are the negative thoughts, the doubts, and limiting beliefs that are holding you back? If you have not already done so, then grab a pen and paper and write down what you want to achieve from your finances. Identify what you think is holding you back and what you can change to achieve this. Think about the everyday spending habits that you can reduce and identify all the things you are willing to give up or change to help achieve your goal. Here is a simple example that we will use to demonstrate. Let's say we want to save £30 every month. We don't think we can afford it, but when we think about what changes we can make, we find a way to cut back on some everyday expenditure to achieve what we want. Identifying what you want from your finances is an important step that will help you succeed in getting control and achieving what you want. When you have identified some of your goals, explored what might be holding you back, and acknowledged habits that you are willing to change, the next stage is to switch and turn those negative thoughts into positives. Whilst it is perfectly normal to focus on the negatives, the true power of your mindset and motivation will come when you switch those thoughts to positives. The positive thoughts will carry you forward, help you to form new habits, and motivate you to succeed. A really good example at this stage is where you currently have a spending mindset. By switching the negative and positive thoughts, your mindset will switch to a savings mindset. When you achieve this, you will find that where you used to get enjoyment from making regular impulse purchases, you will experience the same excitement from saving. It is a strange thought, but absolutely true, especially when you achieve the first few months of successfully saving. Use the tracker to help reinforce your goals and help put the negative thoughts to the back of your mind. The more you can put into this switching phase, the easier it will be to achieve your goals and ambitions. The reason why we start small is that if we start big and fail, then there is greater chance that you will give up. By starting small and making things easier for yourself, you will find it easier to succeed, and this will give you so much more motivation to carry on. Be realistic with what you want to achieve, but don't let this stop you having aspirations or challenging the boundaries. You will be surprised at what you can achieve when you are motivated. Make sure you allow yourself sufficient time to achieve your goals by setting realistic targets. Do it at your own pace and do not rush. Be positive when you achieve your first month of working towards your goal and keep a note of your achievements, as this will spur you on to achieve more. If we think back to our example of saving £30 per month, it is a relatively easy target to achieve, and achieving this will encourage more aspiring targets. The previous steps will help you implement your changes and be confident that you can achieve your goals. But there is one thing that we need to be prepared for, and that is failure. Life is well known for throwing curveballs our way, and this is also true for your finances. Willpower and motivation are not enough to reach our goals, as we do not always know what is coming down the line. By using the tracker, you'll be well prepared for this as much as you can be. But sometimes we get hit with a change in circumstances or a large expense that we had not planned for. Do not give up at this stage. The real power of having that control puts you in a stronger position to be able to reevaluate and adapt your plan to suit the new circumstances. Use the skills outlined in this tutorial to reassess and prioritize based on the new circumstances. It may take weeks or months, but use the tracker to refocus and work towards getting back on track. Changing your mindset will take some dedication and motivation by you. The fact that you have signed up for this tutorial is a positive first step and will hopefully motivate you to succeed. When you finish this tutorial and start to use the tracker, you will form new routines, new habits, and increase the control you have. As time passes and you get used to this, it will all become second nature and form part of your new mindset to be in control. By understanding and implementing the steps we have outlined in this tutorial will greatly help you succeed in making that mindset change and achieving your financial goals.